reclined, leaned or laid back in a resting position, lounged, leaned, rested. He reclined on the sofa with a sigh of relief. She reclined her seat to sleep during the flight. The old man reclined under the shade of a large tree, yielded, gave way or surrendered, especially under force or pressure, conceded, submitted, relented. He yielded to the opposing argument after hearing compelling evidence. The soil yielded an abundant crop after the rains. She yielded the right of way at the intersection. Paupers. People who are extremely poor and lack basic resources. Destitute, beggars, indigents. In the harsh winter, paupers gathered around the soup kitchen. The king ordered aid for the paupers in his kingdom. Though born a pauper, he grew to be a wealthy businessman. Naff. Lacking style or good taste, uncool or unfashionable. Tacky, cheesy, untrendy. His outfit looked totally naff at the fashion gala. She found the movie's effects charmingly naff, like a 90s video game. He wore a naff tie that clashed with the rest of his suit. Calico. A cotton fabric printed with small patterns or multicolored designs. Printed cotton, textile, cloth. The curtains were made from bright calico with floral designs. She wore a calico dress with tiny blue flowers. A patch of calico fabric covered the rip in his trousers. Betide. To happen or befall, especially something bad. Occur, transpire, ensue. Woe betide those who ignore the warning signs. Let whatever may betide, we shall stand firm. Misfortune betided them after they ignored the storm alert. Squatter. A person who unlawfully occupies unused land or property. Trespasser, occupier, intruder. The squatter was evicted after months of legal battle. An old building had become a haven for squatters. The city plans to offer housing to displaced squatters. Enamel. A hard, glossy coating or surface, often used on teeth or metal. Glaze, coating, varnish. The enamel on her teeth had begun to wear down. The vase was decorated with intricate enamel patterns. He chipped the enamel on his mug when he dropped it. Crazes, intense and short-lived trends or fads. Fads, trends, obsessions. One of the latest crazes among teens is retro fashion. Social media often fuels sudden crazes that die out quickly. The yo-yo craze lasted a few months in the 90s. Bracken. A large, coarse fern that grows in open fields or woodlands. Fern, undergrowth, foliage. The path was covered with bracken and wildflowers. Bracken rustled beneath their feet as they walked through the forest. He cleared the bracken to pitch his tent on level ground, beseeched, asked earnestly or begged someone for something, pleaded, implored, entreated. She beseeched the doctor to save her child. He beseeched his boss for another chance. They beseeched the heavens for rain during the drought, fastidiously, in a meticulous or excessively particular manner, precisely, painstakingly, meticulously. He arranged the tools fastidiously before beginning work. She fastidiously cleaned every inch of the kitchen. The manuscript was edited fastidiously to eliminate all errors. Ambivalent. Having mixed or conflicting feelings about something. Conflicted, unsure, torn. She felt ambivalent about moving to a new city. His ambivalent attitude confused his friends. They were ambivalent toward the proposal, seeing both pros and cons. Whetted, sharpened, or stimulated, especially appetite or interest. Sharpened, aroused, kindled. The smell of baking bread whetted his appetite. The teaser trailer whetted fans' interest in the upcoming movie. Reading the first chapter whetted her curiosity for the rest of the book. Conservation. The protection and preservation of natural resources. Preservation, safeguarding, protection. Conservation efforts helped save the endangered species. He works in forest conservation and biodiversity research. The museum focused on art conservation techniques. Interpretive. Relating to explanation or personal understanding. Explanatory, elucidative, analytical. The guide gave an interpretive talk about the ancient ruins. Interpretive essays allow students to analyze literature in depth. Her interpretive dance told the story of transformation. Preservers. People or things that keep something in its original or safe state. Protectors, guardians, maintainers. Rangers act as preservers of wildlife and natural parks. Laws serve as preservers of civil order. The museum staff were the preservers of ancient artifacts. Biodiversity, the variety of plant and animal life in a particular habitat. Ecosystem variety, species richness, biological diversity. Rainforests are hotspots of biodiversity. Conservationists warn about the loss of biodiversity. The documentary highlighted the biodiversity of coral reefs. Yardarm, the outer end of a horizontal spar on a ship from which sails or flags are hung. Spar, crosspiece, boom. The flag flew high from the ship's yardarm. A parrot perched on the yardarm as the ship sailed. Sailors climbed to the yardarm to adjust the sails. Aerial, existing, happening, or operating in the air. Airborne, overhead, elevated. The drone provided an aerial view of the city. The eagle soared in an aerial display above the mountains. She took aerial photographs from a helicopter.